The Galactic Academy's field trip to Kepler 442b was supposed to be routine. Professor Zix9 had brought her xenobiology class here dozens of times to observe the planet's diverse ecosystem. The mixed group of students, 3 Valerian scholars, with their crystalline features gleaming in the alien sun, 2 amphibious Aquarians whose gills fluttered nervously, and 1 human exchange student named Marcus Chun huddled together as they descended into the dense jungle canopy. "Remember," Professor Zix9 clicked through her translator, her insectoid mandibles twitching with authority, "we are here to observe, not interact. This ecosystem contains over 400 documented predator species, including several apex, hunters that even our most advanced civilizations avoid." The students nodded in unison, all except Marcus, who was busy adjusting his seemingly primitive recording device. The others had noticed how the human always carried the strangest equipment ancient by galactic standards, yet he insisted it worked better than their quantum sensors. Krita, one of the Valerian students, had whispered to her companions earlier about the oddity of humans. Their species had only recently joined the Galactic Federation, emerging from a backwater system with technology centuries behind everyone else. Yet somehow, they had managed to not only survive, but thrive in spaces that challenged even the most advanced civilizations. It was puzzling. The jungle was alive with sounds chirping, growling, and the distant crash of something massive moving through the underbrush. Professor Zix9 led them along a carefully mapped safe route, her sensors constantly scanning for threats. The students marveled at the bioluminescent plants and the graceful flight patterns of the native aerial creatures. It was Veltar, the youngest Aquarian, who first spotted it. "Professor," he gurgled, his voice trembling through the water field, speech apparatus around his neck. "Something's watching us." They all turned to look where his webbed finger pointed. At first, there was nothing but shadow between the massive tree trunks. Then it moved. The Catharian Deathstalker emerged from the darkness like a nightmare given form, 12 feet tall. At the shoulder, its obsidian-black exoskeleton gleamed with an oily sheen. 6 legs, each ending in razor-sharp talons, carried its massive bulk with surprising grace. But it was the head that made even Professor Zix9's compound eyes widen in terror, a elongated skull filled with rows of crystalline teeth, and 4 burning red eyes that seemed to peer directly into their souls. The Deathstalker was legend, made real, apex predator of apex predators, a creature that had driven entire civilizations from their colonies. There were reports of Catharian Deathstalkers hunting and killing Galactic Federation warships. Nothing in the known galaxy could stand against one in single combat. The students froze. Professor Zix9's natural camouflage activated instinctively, her chitin shifting to match the surrounding foliage. The Valerians' crystalline bodies began to dim, attempting to reduce their visibility. The Aquarians pressed themselves against the ground, their natural fear response triggered. But Marcus Chun stepped forward. "Easy there, big guy," he said softly, his voice carrying an odd mixture of respect and complete calm. "We're not here to cause trouble." The Deathstalker's massive head swiveled toward the human, those 4 burning eyes focusing on this small, seemingly defenseless creature. Its mandibles spread wide, revealing rows of teeth designed to shred starship hulls. A low, rumbling growl emerged from its throat, a sound that had been the last thing countless beings across the galaxy had ever heard. Marcus didn't flinch. Instead, he slowly reached into his pack and pulled out what appeared to be a simple nutrition bar. He unwrapped it carefully, never breaking eye contact with the creature. "You're probably hungry, aren't you?" he said conversationally. "Big guy, like you needs a lot of calories. I bet it's tough finding enough food out here." The Deathstalker tilted its massive head, those red eyes narrowing. It took a step closer, its talons leaving deep gouges in the earth. The other students were paralyzed with terror, but Marcus simply extended his hand with the nutrition bar. "Go ahead," he said. "It's not much, but it's something." For a moment that seemed to stretch into eternity, predator and human regarded each other. Then, incredibly, the Death Stalker lowered its massive head. Its mandibles, capable of crushing steel, gently took the small offering from Marcus's hand dot as it chewed. Marcus slowly reached out, and to the absolute shock of everyone watching place, his hand on the creature's obsidian black carapace. "There. You go," he murmured, his voice carrying the same tone one might use with a nervous dog. "See? We're not so different. We're all just trying to survive out here." The Death Stalker's growling stopped. Those four red eyes blinked slowly, and then impossibly, the creature began to emit a low, rumbling purr. It leaned into Marcus's touch like some massive alien cat. Professor Zix9 felt her scientific worldview crumbling. In all her centuries of study, in all the documented encounters with Catharian Deathstalkers, nothing like this had ever been recorded. These creatures were engines of destruction, evolved killing machines that showed no mercy, no companionship, no anything, except an endless hunger for prey. After several minutes, Marcus gave the creature a final pat and stepped back. "Thanks for being cool about this," he said. "We'll get out of your territory now." The Death Stalker watched as the group slowly backed away. It made no move to follow, simply observing until they disappeared into the jungle. Only then did it melt back into the shadows, leaving only the deep gouges in the earth as proof of the encounter. Later, as they sat in the safety of their transport, the students stared at Marcus in bewildered silence. Finally, Creed found her voice. "How?" she whispered. "How did you know it wouldn't kill you?" Marcus shrugged, cleaning his recording device. "I didn't," he said simply. "But every predator I've ever met, no matter how dangerous, was just an animal trying to survive. Show them respect, don't threaten them, and most of the time they'll return the favor. Most of the time." Veltar squeaked. Marcus grinned. "Well, sometimes you get eaten. But that's life, right?" As their transport lifted off from Kepler 442b, Professor Zix9 realized she had witnessed something that would reshape xenobiology textbooks across the galaxy. Humans, she thought, might be the most dangerous predators of all, not because of their claws or teeth or weapons, but because they could look at the galaxy's most fearsome killer and see not a monster, but just another soul trying to find its way home. In the depths of the jungle below, the Catharian Deathstalker sat in its lair, still tasting the strange sweetness of that small offering, wondering about the peculiar little creature that had shown it kindness when all others showed only fear.